And welcome back to Banished. This is episode 2, following up with, obviously, episode 1. Let's see, where are we here? Let's take a look to make sure we didn't forget where we left off. We have some food, a little bit of firewood, a couple logs, and a little bit of stone. Pretty much we don't have anything at all. We are still in trouble. And this home obviously is got no firewood. Well, let's take a stock of that while we're looking at it. See if we need any more homes right away. We've got an 11, 8, 6 there. Ooh, 14 out of 10. Guess what? We need more homes. So we're going to open that up for a minute. But obviously, we also need all those other resources and things to keep going. It's spring. So, tomatoes will be going, pasture will be going, fishing dock will be going. Let's go ahead and flag some of this stuff to get out of the way. Let's get this cleared. Let's get this cleared. I think we're going to need some more stuff. So we're going to get these trees out of the way, hopefully. We're going to gather the stone from here and maybe here. I'm going to leave that alone up here for a minute so we can focus down here. I think we want to expand. Definitely get another pasture. Definitely get another field. Oh, and the blacksmith. Look at that. We've got 20 tools, which isn't bad, honestly. That should last us a minute, but we want to get this guy going too. Put up by the tailor a little bit later. Let's see what else is happening around us here. Hunting cabin was a little bit productive, as was the gatherer, but that was over wintertime, so now, hopefully, they're going to be even more productive. Logs are becoming a thing. We have plenty of trees to cut down, so we don't necessarily need a forester, but they would help. So let's see about putting a forester over here. Just do this little lodge guy. So our road's going to be coming out here like this. And I think we're going to want to have our forester out this way a little bit. We're going to probably be moving the hunter and the gatherer at some point. Let's put this guy right here. Maybe they'll start working on it. I really want them to focus on the blacksmith for sure. And honestly, clearing out all this stuff. It's just we have such few people. It's a hard thing to do. Let's see if we can increase the speed just to 5, which actually is a lot. Oh, and look at that. We've got forgot about the bridge. That just needs built. So that'll be nice. We do have food going in, but we have firewood maxed out. And I thought maybe we placed one over here before. We did. Okay. So another thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start getting rid of these stockpiles. So for right now, because they are in the way, we're going to have roads here. So I don't need to worry about that. So what that does mean is I can utilize that space for a stockpile now. And we're going to use it as a couple. And the reason is because they are going to be temporary. So when we destroy this one, or flag it to be destroyed, we'll start removing material off of it, and then they'll take it away. And then they'll move all the stuff here. And likewise with this one and with this one. So the point of having them in smaller increments here is we know they're temporary. If we put one giant stockpile here, when we flag it for deletion, it'll automatically trigger that stuff as not being available. So we don't want that. We want it to be available. And let's see. We need to do this a little bit just to give us a little more truth on where we stand, although I may have just made a mistake there. I do want to take this hill down. Some people might find this element to be a little cheaty, but I want it out of the way. So we're going to do that. Now we did lose any resources that were there, but we did make it flat. So now it's usable space. And yeah, it might be a little cheaty. You should probably use the terrain that you have and work with it, but that editor's there for a reason. Alright, so food is 242, firewood is 52, logs are being cut. And we have that in there, huh? All right. Oh, they're getting after that pretty good. That's good. So we're going to need barn. I'm thinking we're going to put the barn over here. A little closer to these guys and closer to all these houses because we don't have a market yet. And we're going to need a barn. We got the big storage barn. Doesn't have any variations. Nope, don't like any of those. That looks a lot like the original, but a little different. And probably will be what we go with. Medium barn, village barn, small storage, Atlas Mountain. Yep, not interested in that either. Nope. Nope. Not interested in any of the Port Royal. That's interesting looking, but not for the current level of development that we are at. And I don't need a small barn, so set an angle. Tudor storage barn. So that's kind of like what we had before, right? 4816. I think that's pretty much the same, isn't it? 4816, but it looks different. It matches that a little bit. Not really the roof, though. Getting into some really conflicting visual elements here. Forest barn. Yeah. So many mods, so many things. And here, inevitably, we end up just going with this that matches these houses here, right? Which all of those will change eventually. A normal barn, colonial charter. Yeah, that's the same as what we just saw, isn't it? They look identical. Other than this one, that does not. So let's throw this one down. Okay, that barn to be built. And let's see. Our hunter, our gatherer. So we've eliminated some of the gathering space there, which will hinder, I think, the productivity of that. But we can do better when we place another one. Let's see. I removed the hill here, but I don't think it was big enough to provide us with anything. These down here are. So there's either going to be a mine in this one or this one. I'm not sure which yet. Which means this is going to be our industrial section down here. Which means we... Oh, look at that. That's nice. That'll work. What do we have here? One of these is the thing I want. I think it's this one right here. It's, how's that going to work out? Ooh, let's do... It's a half step there. We could put it there. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Could even put a fishing thing there at some point. But I think if we do this... No, it won't let me. Because it's in the way. So what are our options? We need an angle piece. Well, that doesn't allow us to do anything either, does it? Kind of backs off a little bit, which again isn't necessarily bad. Okay, let's try that. Let's flip around and try that. And then we'll get the other angle. And put that there. And put that there. These don't take resources to build. They are pretty much an immediate thing. But I like it. That has wood on it. Which one doesn't have wood? One of these pieces. That has wood. And that has wood. Where are the pieces that don't have wood? That just one. That's fine. Oh, what do I do? Okay. So, the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to get this elevation down so that they can actually walk across here without it being too much of an issue. I think that'll work. So they'll be able to go. Did we miss these? Nope. They're there. They're just not there. Because there's something there, they have to remove it. So hopefully they'll come over and do that. All right. Oh, look at that. We got this done. So we're going to back a guy off of here to get them into there. And since we're doing these storage stockpiles, we're going to do a fuel stockpile right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do some logs. And that way they'll have access to those. And because when we remove these and eventually remove these, they're going to need some place to put their stuff. The reason we are removing these is I want to put our lumber maker, our sawmill here. And get that out of the way. Look at that. We have a blacksmith. Excellent. So we're going to switch him to iron ore and logs to make rough tools. At least keep us somewhat productive. We do not have a smeltery yet, so that's going to need to be... That needs to be done too. So we have a lot of iron right here that they can pick up. But where are they going to put it? Let's see. Iron stockpile or a mineral stockpile. Let's do a mineral stockpile right there. It's not much, but it's something. And then we're going to need to put in a smeltery. Let me pause the action on the screen with those guys for a minute. It's not bad looking. Iron smelter. Versus, yep, that's Port Royal. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. It's just a blacksmith. Blacksmith. Smith. Furnace. Oh boy. So that big dog is going to be over here at some point. When we get into all of this hillside stuff here. And a foundry. What does the foundry do? Does it not just do... So this is a modded item to make cannons, joists, and iron statues. An armor maker. Another foundry. What's the armor maker look like? That's interesting. Oh, like that. Takes glass and things. All right, this is going to be neat. So we're basically going back to the first one that we clicked on. That's more appropriate to our current level of how we look. It's going to go over here. And we're going to put that right there. Hopefully they'll clear that away. So what are we doing on the flip side here then? Flip side, we need a weaver maybe then, right? Or something along those lines. Don't need another tailor. Tanning. I don't remember this being part of vanilla, so this must be a modded thing. What is it for? Making armor and things? Because there's an armorer, so let's see, weaving. A loom. No. No. Possibly. That's pretty big. But look at the stone. It does match a little bit, right? Trimmed woodwork doesn't really match. Fiber watermill. A linen weaver. It's a little... So we have a weaver. Or, let's go over here where it's all buildable. So we have a weaver or a weaver. Which looks better? Well, this one matches more appropriately. It's awfully big. Oh, I went too far. It needs to be over here. I do want it lined up with that. So right there is where that one will be. So we'll let them start clearing off that as well. Hopefully we'll remember to pause it so that they don't start dedicating resources to it. And look at that. We made some progress over here. We can put in another field and get that going, or we can even utilize this space over here, which is something we might do. We might utilize this space to get the field going and then start putting our pastures out this way. That's something we definitely need to do. Look at this guy. He's not even inside that pasture. What's going on here? So things went by pretty quickly there for a minute, and I didn't keep track of where we were. And we're already now late autumn, and we only have 347 food. So mistakes were made. I probably should have increased the people that we had doing that and that. Probably too late for that. This might hurt. This might be the end of us here. I got carried away and let things go. But we can carry on. Let's do a pasture. We do want to space away. Huh. That pasture I made was not a 10 by 20. I wonder why. Maybe a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake. So this one will be a 10 by 20. So that'll be our secondary pasture. That'll be our backup. We're going to start moving this way anyways because we're going to start building toward the water. Which leads me to what's next? Dock. Definitely need a dock. Trading dock. This is the vanilla dock, which I like. I think it works. Let's see, we have the general trade port, smaller in footprint. I'm assuming it does the same. 643212 is what its requirements are. Nope, it's even less than this one. So that's a little, that could be considered a little cheaty in a way. A farm supplier. So that's where we get into having these multiple dock units that specialize in things. I'll be honest, it's not a bad thing. You get to the point in the game where you are pretty much relying on trading in order to get things that you need. Mostly it's material. That becomes your... Ooh, look at the size of that. Mercy. That takes some resources right there. Oh, and it fits right there, too. That's a curiosity, let me tell you. Oh, my. Oh, my. I like that. But look at the amount of stone that takes compared to This one. Oh, mercy. Can we get away with this guy? Let me put the big boy down again. Where's he at? You know, we're gonna get lost. Get lost. Oh wait, which port was it? Look how well that fits right there, though. It really is nice. So if we put it there, let's say we lined it up right there off of that fishing dock, which we can always turn into something else later. Why doesn't it fit here? Because the terrain? Well, let's just fix that just to make it a little better. We will. Yeah, we'll do this one. Do this one, and we'll just go right across here, like that. And then see if our dock will go. And large port. So we didn't clear that away far enough out. One more time, right here. Right? Maybe we just made it so that it won't fit there at all. Could have been. Could have been. Large port. So that's it. That's perfect now. So we're going to pause this because we're not going to build it. That's our first port, or our main port comes later. After we get a little more established, get some things going, we do this general trading port, which is smaller, and we put it here. That could actually work really well. Or we could do the classic trading post, the vanilla version. And that would give us a more true, realistic experience. I don't think anybody would be too bummed if we made this one and then we made the big one. Or even if we did this little one and then we did the big one. But honestly, I feel like this one fits better, given the size of the other one. And we'll have 2 trading posts here. So this will be one we start on. We'll let them remove the material from it, but we won't start construction until we're ready. All right, so we have this field. And we have a lot of food here, too, that we probably need to designate to be collected. We haven't done that for a minute. So let's let them do that so we don't die from starvation. And hopefully, let's make this a priority to get that out of the way. So we need lumber. And we have enough logs on the other piles that we can destroy this one. And yes, so that one's gone. So they'll destroy this one, and then we'll get this one taken care of too. Okay. They started the forestry lodge, which is nice. And they even started the barn, which is good. We're still very low on stone, so we need to trigger some more. Probably go up here a little bit. And there's a lot down here we could do too. Okay. Nobody made their way over here yet, which is fine. That's definitely a secondary thing, but look how nice that's going to look. It's going to start coming along really nice. So trader will come straight in here, run over all of these caribou on the way, or elk. I'm not sure which though. I think those are elk. Nope, those are caribou. We'll run the caribou over. Everybody's moving. This barn's 28% full, so that's really nothing. The need of the other barn is kind of secondary, honestly. Our guy's making tools. We're down to 16. So that's where our iron ore is going. And our logs. And we don't have much of any. We're just wanting people. And people requires... Look at that. We built that house, though. Let's get a look at... that's a 14-year-old and an 18-year-old, but they're brother and sister? Possibly? Who knows? That means we need another house. That means those are coming in. Yep, it's time to start getting some things going. So when we look at these other houses, we've got... There was something specific that I saw the other day. These multi-level homes. These multi-level homes. This is a corner home right here. Look at that. That means we need glassworks. Yeah. We need to make this road over here, though. Otherwise, we're going to get confused as to where things should be. Same thing here. Get these roads out. Workers will spend time working on it, but it will give us a framework to work off of. We're going to do another field over here while we're thinking about it. Crop field. A transparent crop field. Barn goes out that far. So we're going to do an 8 by 14? Can't remember the 8 by 16? 8 by 14? 8 by 16? Which one's this? What is this field over here? 8 by 14. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do an 8 by 14. So that'll be another field. That'll be good. Do we have an orchard, though? Do we have seeds for an orchard? I wonder. Let's see, 2 by 3 trees. A dense orchard, 2 by 2 trees. 2 by 2 trees. So what's the difference? This one's transparent, maybe? Yeah. So we could get into an orchard over here, but I think we're a little close to where we want to be. All right, so they got rid of that one, so now we have to get rid of this one. So get that one out of the way, make it a priority. And then we can build our lumber mill. And then we're closer to having our market, which puts us closer to having our trading post, which means the next thing we need is a town hall. And that would be going in here. So let's see. This is the vanilla town hall. It fits right there in between those road sections pretty doggone nicely, honestly. So that might be a really good option. Oh, I don't want a Port Royal. Oh, that one's nice, though. Those angles are a bit harsh. And the stonework. This door seems awfully huge, though. You put it in comparison to that guy, and that's a very big door, and that's vanilla. So when we look at... Where was it? This one. See how smaller the door is there. It's more realistic to the size of a person, although honestly it's too small. So there's no in between here. Cattle rival, I don't know what that is. Village Town Hall. Nope. Colonial. Nope. Let's see. Village Hall. Oh, wait a minute. That's not too bad. If you look at the stonework on it and you compare it to, say, these houses, it's very similar. The wood trim is a little different. Let's pause, make sure we're back on track. Look at our food, though. 726 food, 291 firewood, so we're doing good as far as that goes. Doing really, really good. Looky here. They've cleared up the space, so now we need to jump into getting our sawmill going. I think that's going to be in this tab. We have the lumberyard, which is very appropriate for size and the way it looks. And so is that. And that's what I think we're going with right there. It's going to go right in the middle. And that'll be our lumber maker for now. Eventually, I think we'll migrate most of that stuff over to the coastline, where I think it'll do better. Okay. So we're doing good here. Moving right along. Looks like we're gathering food at a really good pace. We have 6 laborers, so that's good. Back to these town halls. In order to do these, I'm going to have to move this pasture out of the way, which means we're going to have another pasture over here as well, because I want to have 2. So let's go ahead and count for that right now. That pasture in, we're going to skip a step, and it'll be at 10 by 20. If I can articulate the mouse the proper direction that I want. So that means we'll have 2 pastures beside each other. We'll migrate all of these guys into this one, destroy this one, build that one, and it'll be our backup pasture for when something happens. Just for now. Just for now. We'll keep things going. I think it's time to work on our seamster. We have 4 coats left. Our tailor. So we need to get our tailor going too. Low on stone, as always. So let's cue that for being grabbed. We're going to grab all the stone here, all the stone there for right now. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this metal out here too. Get that out of the way. This is 15 out of 15, and they started putting resources in, so we're going to pause. Hopefully they'll shift gears to that. That's nice. That one has already got the iron ore in it. And we'll make a little stockpile, or maybe we'll see if there's a smaller storage building in the middle here that we can make the actual iron stored at. That way this guy doesn't have to go very far. He can go here for logs. He can grab his iron right there. That should be efficient. But if we get our market up, they'll just grab everything straight from there, and we won't have any issues. All right, so we've got this guy going. This guy paused. But I want the pastures to have some form of priority. This is getting full, so now priority is shifting to this barn. Got to make sure we have plenty of storage things, plus we need that house built too. And we're going to need other homes, which is where I was before I got sidetracked. If we look at these homes, these multi-story, let's see, where are they? Nope. These multi-story homes, look how nice these look. These are nice. I like them a lot. They're a good townhome, but we need glass. We need glass. Everything else will be coming pretty quick, so yeah. So glass is going to require a shore building of some sort. I think. Don't know if that's in this. That might be more here. Yep, mines, quarries, and other sand and clay. So we do clay pits. which are ugly, and I don't like them. Or a tiny sand pit, which is okay. That could work. A village sand pit. This is better looking for sure, but this needs to go on the water. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. I think we could probably incorporate that in here. The sand pit, though, but the shore houses, I thought these used to be... I thought you could get frogs out of these too at some point. So I think that might be a consideration. A shore house. That one looks pretty slick right there, honestly. 40. Smaller footprint. A sand pit and a clay pit. Yeah, we're going to go with the shore hut. We're going to go with the shore house. We're going to go with this one. They're going to pile up all their stuff there. I think. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. That one's big. It works. Look at all that sand, though. They have me. Let me change my mind. That's what this is going to be constantly, right? Constantly changing our mind on what we want. And this one's here and here. See, but it's a sand pit. It's not the same as a shore house. It's a sand pit. And the more we get into that, does look nice though. It takes up a good bit of that space right there. Makes it pretty clean. It goes out that way pretty far though. Look how it'd be nice if we keep in line with everything that's here. And look how nice that does. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with this. What we can do here is we can utilize these quay outcroppings. The this kind of stuff, you know. You can put this stuff in here to build out and make it clean and make it look good. Look at that food though. Even with the harvest not coming in yet, we're doing all right. Firewood's maxed. Let's see. Fuel. I think we're going to put that up to 400 now. Because we don't want to worry about... I don't want to limit our amount of ore to being only that much either, though. I'm thinking that needs to be in the thousands. Yeah, we're going to go 2,000 on that. Textiles. I don't know that that needs to be that small of a number either, except probably what they're making it. We can address that in a minute. We're not even there yet. Don't even have anything close to being there yet. So we have our shore house. I'm going to pause it because we're not ready for sand yet. This I'm going to pause now because they are starting to put resources in it. We can use those resources other places. Food's looking good. Maybe we need to start looking at some homes. I'm not sure. Maybe glass making. Let's take a gander there. So let's see. Construction tools and forge. Construction. This is glass. Shipyard lumber. So glass works. It's going to require sand and lumber. I like that. That's not bad at all. So we have our pastures being built here. This one will go away. We might be able to put a glass works over here next to the sand. Or no, that's not suitable. Tiny glass. Yeah, I think that's just too gimmicky. Look at that, though. Look at that slicked up. Having a glass maker over here would be pretty nice, let me tell you. Let me tell you what. So as soon as we can get this pasture moved, we're going to start putting a glass maker in here. We'll get our town hall laid in place so that we know what we're working with. We can probably go ahead and get these roads lined this way so we are on track with what we want to do there. Yeah, we're coming along. This is coming along nice. Our food's looking good, or at least summer. Our barn's getting done. Excellent. 8% full on that. So all the food that's from here will start being put there. And we get another barn. I realized I built that barn completely wrong. Look at that. The road is supposed to go off this direction. They completely messed that up. What happens if we destroy that now? Do we get our resources back? We're going to find out. Because I made an oops. Can't just move it. So probably should focus on this guy anyways, because it looks like this is doing okay. We could put a barn here, though, just to make do. But honestly, a barn out this direction is going to be better. It's going to be a better use of our resources here. I may find that I don't really like these pastures here because they're interfering with how things are developing on this coast. We're going to need houses. We're going to need more houses. A 13 and a 14, a 14, 16. Yep. We're going to need them. We're going to need 2 more houses. So, we need our tailor. It's coming along. All right, we're pausing this. So they cleared that off. This one's good. They cleared it off. Let's make a priority of getting rid of this barn so we can rebuild it properly. Oh, I just made it a priority and they left. That's unfortunate. Likewise in here, we could probably use a barn. You know, though, this was a mistake that probably is better that I not put a barn here at all. The market has a reach, and we should be utilizing that. We're going to be just a moment into getting lumber. In fact, we could make that a priority and get into the lumber right away. That puts us into having the market. That means our barns get farther away because the people working the market will go to the barns to collect the stuff. And we don't need a barn close to town. It's nice having the barn close to town now, but we have that shipwreck, that makeshift barn. So that is what we're going to do. Barns are going to go out here. Yep. Exactly what we're going to do. All right. Where's everybody spending their time? There is a pathing tool. Is there not? This one. I can click on a person or a building. Is it a building? It's a building. Let's see where people are going. So, that was not built yet. All right. Things are pretty efficient as far as that goes. Nobody's wandering off really far, wasting time. This has started to harvest already in summer, which is nice. Good, the barn's done. Let's prioritize our lumber. Get that going. Be our road there and there. And we will remember now to make our road go out this direction. Like that. Perfect. Let's get everybody going again. So now, what are we building here? We're not building a barn anymore. We've got a crop field here, which probably could be undone because it's not going to be in the right spot now either, is it? Maybe we'll just put the crop field here in the corner. And just do that. So that'll be an 8x14. Right there. It'll be done really quick. Lumber will be done in a moment. This crop field could be moved if we need to. At the same time, we could keep it. Yeah. And that and that. And yeah, I don't know. What can we do here? What's 8x14? Look at that. We can put an 8x14 there. And I imagine we can put an 8x14 here. Put an 8x16, actually, because these two 14s are 8x, so that'll line up. Just to give us some space. And as we start building more homes, fields and things start getting pressed farther out. Sometimes those in-town little fields, you know, look nice and they work. We're going to go back to these homes and these. I really love the idea of these going in here. So I'm going to make a placeholder for them right now. So the way these work, I'm going to pause for a moment. You build the first story, and then you select the second story. And it goes on the side like that. Links it. And then the third story goes over there on that side. Links it like that. And you end up having this really clean, multi-story building that's just fabulous. Now the interesting thing is, based on my grid diagram here, can I fit the 3-story building here and here? And so I can have these back to back. I can run housing through the middle, which means then I can put supplemental buildings and everything else running this way with the housing consolidated into this area. I'll have to consider that. What's this? So we don't have iron ore. The other. Yep, we're not ready for you yet. We need a tailor. Why is this taking a minute to build this, huh? Let's increase our builders by 1. See if that makes a difference. Oh my gosh, it's only 70%. But we're doing good on food. You know, obviously we're still shy on stone and everything, but they haven't gathered everything that we've identified to be gathered either. So we're going to be spending some time here for a minute, getting this going. With all of these structures down here, I'm wondering if we should slide that one over a smidge. Slide that one over a smidge. To give them a little bit of space. Because these look a little different. What are these? More traders. Livestock traders. Interesting. Bootlegger. Alright, well. Let's see, this one was the... We didn't look at that one. That one's neat looking. He requires all kinds of special resources, though. We're not even close to getting. I like that design. So, we had that guy there. This is the shore house, so let's pop this shore house down. Let's go back to the trader. It's the normal trader. So we want to do one space over. Like that. Yep. And then we're going to put that shore house back in. For that we have to go here. Nope, we were doing the shore house. Like that. I think it was that one, wasn't it? Shore hut. Yeah, it wasn't the shore hut. I didn't want to do the sand pit. Yeah, we're doing this one. That'll be our sand production. And we're far enough away from there. We'll just go... Yeah, we'll go 2. We'll create a nice big buffer between those two. And then we'll be able to run off to the left there. Yeah, I think that fits. Well, I don't know. Let's just do that. Pause. And we'll pause. Get reoriented. Nice. We have this guy going, so boom. He's going to make lumber from logs. And we're going to need 64 stone, 10 and 10 in order for that to get working. We're going to put a little mini barn out here. And we'll put a mini barn over here. Then our market will be able to go and grab betwixt the two. We need that house. We're going to need more houses. I really wish we could get the glass going. Maybe we will. Because all it takes is this shore house and putting the glass maker in over here. And we could probably put them running on the street by the town hall. And this kind of becomes our industrial area as we grow, mixing in with this over here. And that'll... I think that will work. So mini barn. So these roads go out this way, so these guys are going to get moved at some point. So we'll put the mini barn right there. Small barns. Small barn. Perfect. Small barn's going right there. And we're going to be putting a small barn here probably right here. It fits. Fits right between that and that. Perfect. So now we can assign this to be bison. I think we can empty this one, and it becomes that. That one doesn't work. That one picks up the worker, and that picks up all the bison. So now we can destroy this building, which means we're getting closer to laying out all of our stuff here in this area. So let's make a priority of destroying that. Get it out of the way. Then we can get our glass maker in here. We'll have our shore house going. In fact, I'm going to unpause that and let them get going on that, because that will... I'm pretty sure they can get frogs out of there if we don't want to get sand, but I could be wrong. I could be thinking of something else. Now our tailor's being made, so that's good. 2 of 2 there. We're coming down to the wire on coats, so let's see, how much leather do we have? Only 36. That's not a lot of coats. So we're going to have to increase our leather production, which means our hunter needs to be hunting more. They're not really doing very much. What did they do last season? Only 6 leather, so they're not a reliable leather resource. The bison, can't look at it because we destroyed it. So, town hall, baby. This is what we're looking at right here. We're going to get this thing in place. Let's see, 62, 124, and 48. Goes between that one and that one. Right? Or that one. That was not bad, but honestly, I like this one. The fact that this one requires less resources and is vanilla is a bonus. It is a bonus. And we might have to put that there. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Which town hall do you like better? The modded town hall, the vanilla. Right now, I'm going to put that vanilla down right there. That's going to be our town hall. We're going to pause it. We're going to get our road out. Coming straight into the main court. Right in the middle of it. That'll be nice. Which means coming across our town hall here is going to be a 4-wide road as well. Look how happily, accidentally, that turned out. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So that means our glass maker's going here on the corner. Which glass maker did we like? That one's not bad. Are they identical? They are. It's one and the same. That one's terrible. This one's nice. Requires more resources, I think. 38, 32, 12. But requires entirely different resources. But it looks better. It looks so much better. Yep. that's going to be the one right there. Our glass maker. Okay, we're committed. We committed to the glass maker, so we're going to pause that. Our shore house is going to get made. And we're coming along. Food is 1,639 up here on the left. We've got 206 logs. We do have a little bit of stone. And we have a little bit of iron ore, so that's good. And our tailor just came up onto the thing. And they're going to make hide coats out of leather. This is a good continuation. Early winter year 3. So in the past 2 episodes, we have covered 3 years of time in game. I think we're going to call this episode here. If you've liked what you've seen, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And as always, see you next time. And that's going to wrap up this video. I really appreciate you watching it until the end. If you enjoyed the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Of course, you can always ring the bell to get notifications of future videos that are posted. But also, don't forget to participate in the discussion in the comments below, because I genuinely want to hear from you. Again, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.